to battle the coronavirus outbreak, with some countries witnessing more than 10,000 deaths and lakhs of people being infected. We also see a focus from the scientific community to develop a vaccine, which has been elusive so far. Dr. Anand Kumar, who's the MD of National Dairy Development Board, is joining us right now live on this broadcast because the wholly owned subsidiary Indian Immunocologicals Limited is actually working with an Australian-based Griffith University to develop a vaccine for COVID-19. Dr. Anand Kumar is with us. Thanks a lot for speaking to Republic TV. Can you tell us how this collaboration came about?
Okay, good afternoon, and we have been working with Griffith for quite a few years now. It started with a collaboration for developing a vaccine for Zika, and that collaboration is actually progressing very well. And when COVID-19 came up, it was a conscious call to work with a partner whom we are already familiar with. Since time is the essence here, and there's a big mad rush to get a cure either as a vaccine. So we decided to opt for a collaborator whom we are familiar with. And also the technology that we are working with is also quite robust, and we are hopeful of getting a vaccine in 18 to 24 months' time.
Well, that timeline is what is, of course, extremely crucial. Now, vaccines do take that amount of time, but you are witnessing, of course, what's happening across the world. 18 to 24 months. Is there any way that timeline can be sped up at all?
Actually, the 18 to 24 months, under normal circumstances, a vaccine would take anywhere between 4 to 5 years. And actually, with a lot of help, I think the Drug Controller General of India also has given a statement saying that anything to do with the corona vaccine, they are going to give fast-track approvals. So with that, we are actually crashing that 4 to 5 year period into something like 18 to 24 months. And because vaccines are given to predominantly healthy people, and we have to assure enough safety before the vaccines are actually administered to all human beings.
Yes, absolutely. And is there any recent scientific research? Of course, research in itself also takes time. You need a large sampling as well. But is there anything that has come about as far as COVID-19 is concerned that has you excited?
It's actually because it's a novel virus. Every day we are learning something new about it, and there's a lot of learning. I mean, because it's worldwide, there are multiple institutes, including ours, trying to understand the pattern of this virus, its behavior, its molecular biology, and all the other aspects, epidemiology and other aspects. So it's a very, compared to SARS or MERS, which was predominantly in only certain regions, but because this particular coronavirus has spread across the world, there's almost quite a lot of institutes who are generating a lot of information on a daily basis. So this is, in a way, it's a good thing because we are able to compile a lot of information generated by various research institutes.
But initially, though, Dr. Anand Kumar, could you tell us what makes this virus so difficult to handle? As far as mortality rate is concerned, it isn't actually as bad as some of the recent virus outbreaks we have seen. But as you said, as you mentioned, this has spread all across the world and very quickly, and large populations are getting affected. Most of the cases are mild or very mild, as the Indian Health Ministry also said, and large percentage stays asymptomatic is what we are learning right now. What is making this novel coronavirus so challenging? How is it so different from SARS or MERS, for example?
SARS and MERS, the level of spread was not as much as coronavirus. And it's all well-known fact now that this particular virus actually binds to a substance called ACE2 receptor, and that gains entry into human beings. And predominantly, if you see, predominantly it's affected the elderly, but you can see that across the globe there's all kinds of ages which have succumbed to this particular virus. And it is something novel, it's new, and there's no vaccine prior to this. So as I said, a lot of new information is coming out now.
Right. Finally, Dr. Anand Kumar, if I can just ask you, how confident are you that with your collaboration with this Australian firm Griffith, you are going to be the first or amongst the first to produce a vaccine?
So we are very, very confident. We have been in this business for more than 30 years now. In fact, we are India's largest producer of both animal and human vaccines. And we produce billions of vaccines. Our company makes all kinds of vaccines. We have been making various kinds of virus vaccines. We have been making various kinds of bacterial vaccines. In fact, we are the only company in the world to make a vaccine even for a worm, which is for Taenia solium, and which is used in pigs for cysticercosis. So as a company, we are very, very upbeat about this project, and we have a very good backing from the National Dairy Development Board, which is our parent company. So I'm very confident in terms of either the technology or the resources. We have everything to bring this vaccine in record time.
All right, Dr. Anand Kumar, you have a billion hopes, and of course, 8 billion hopes and wishes to you. We hope that you succeed in your quest for a vaccine, and that is going to be a huge win for humanity. Thanks a lot for speaking to us.
Thank you, and we will live up to the promise. Thank you.